Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is My Precious Yarnery. This is the last video I'm doing today. This will be out next week. I know, I'm getting ahead of myself. But you know what? It's better to be ahead than be behind. Yeah, that's what I want for myself. I want to be ahead. I do not want to be behind. Oh. I can't. I'm not strong. Okay, so this video is just a couple of things I want to show. One thing that my daughter made me, and I just love it. Another thing that I made with yarn that you can't get anymore, but you can get let me see. This is a chunky weight yarn you can't get anymore. It's a Mary Maxim yarn, but you can get the 3-weight. And it's been sitting on my shelf for years. And it kept falling, So it's yelling at me to make something. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make a little scarf because I only had 4 balls of it and I used all of it. I literally only had like this much left. I loved it. I just was playing around with a stitch that I may want to make something out of in the future. I don't know. And it's colorful. It's beautiful. And yeah. So what I did, it is the Prism yarn from Mary Maxim, and it's the chunky yarn. You cannot buy this anymore, but you can get it in the 3-weight yarn, which is amazing to work with too. Like I said, it's been on my shelf for years, and it was right here. And it kept falling, and it was just like, it was telling me, it's time. So Mary Maxim Prism Chunky, it was 100 gram, it was like a donut. 100% acrylic, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 60 yards, 55 meters, made in Turkey, 8mm knitting needles. I used, I think, a 9 hook on this, and it's super bulky, 6. Yeah. And I used all four. So this, now it's nothing exciting, but look at that. It's long. So I was just playing around with it. It's great. And now it's still quite winter here, guys. So it's perfect. So it comes down like this. It'll keep my chest warm. And it's a stitch that I was just playing around with. I've never used this stitch before. I don't even know if it's even a stitch. I just don't know. But one day maybe I'll show it. You see? The colors are beautiful. Now you can get this same colorway in the 3-weight yarn at Mary Maxim's. So I was just playing around with that. I would have liked to put some tassels or something on this, but I just got the length. It is what it is. And yeah, so let me see. Can you wash? It doesn't say about washing and dry. This is called Rainbow. And I believe at Mary Maxim, the 3-weight is called Rainbow too. It is beautiful. Soft, gorgeous yarn. The 3-weight is soft and gorgeous too. Look at the colors. Oh, love it. Anyways, I finally made something out of it. Now, it's been screaming at me for a long time, so I made it. Okay, so I do not know where Chantel has this pattern. I know it's a pattern. I don't know what it's called. I just want to show you what she made me. You know, if you know me. If you're new here, I love Amigurumi. I can't do Amigurumi. I don't read patterns. And I sure in the counting, and it's just, it seems like a lot. But I love them. Isn't it cute? Look at this guy. I will be putting him in the cradle with the rest of my amigurumis that people have made me, sent me. It's just like a little baby. And yeah, I have a cradle that used to be Chantel's when she was little. So it's like 30 some years old. And I filled it with, she brought it when she came to visit in the summer. Or was it when she was moving down here? I believe when she was moving down here. So November. She brought me the cradle that, because it was in my mom's attic for almost 30 some odd years, over 30 some odd years. And I put some blankets on it that I made, and then I put all these amigurumis in it. Now, I used to have it on a Christmas tree, but I thought, this is so much stabler, and yeah. So I used that cradle that Chantel was in to put the things in I love and I cherish. So that will be going in there too. Okay. Yes. So that's my work for today, guys. I've got like this week done, next week done. I just have to work on, I don't know. I have nothing on my hook. Hope you enjoyed the videos. I know I'm wearing the same clothes. I do change, but this is all in one day. And what else do I have? Oh, Chantel is doing this blanket crochet along. I don't think I'm going to do it. I mean, I might, but not right now. And it's a beautiful, and I can't remember what it's called, but I will. Yeah. So she's been talking about this crochet along forever. And they do it once a year. It's, I'm going to have to get the name from her. And it's beautiful. And she got, they're 2 weeks in. She goes, I can catch up. I said, Chantel, doesn't matter. It's going to be there. You're going to have it. She doesn't need the tutorials. She just goes by the pattern. And it looks pretty good. Like, I think I could do it. That's what I mean. It looks pretty easy. I could do it. But I'm just not into it right now. Now, she needed 10 different colors, 1 of skein this, 2 skeins of that. So she's going on and she's trying to figure out what the best price was. And I'm like, I'm looking at her as she's doing this. She was going all these yarn sites, and I'm looking. I said, do you want some of your inheritance? She's like, what? My inheritance? I said, this is your inheritance. All this yarn is your inheritance. Do you want some now? So we went through my yarn, and I have a good time picking yarns for stuff like this. And we picked all the yarn. She had a box full of yarn. Like, it was a pretty big box, and it was full of yarn. And I said, I have extras of them. So if you don't need it all or you go over, it's fine. Like, and it saves her so much money to not have to buy all this yarn. And her and I had the best time in this room picking yarn. And we really should do a video. I was climbing over because I needed I have solids over there that are perfect. She needed 3-weight yarn, not the solids here. I think that would have been better. So, and it was like, what was the yarn? It was mainly paint box. And I was climbing over the couch on both sides. She was like all excited. I was all excited. We had the best. If we filmed it, you guys would have been laughing so hard at us. But we didn't think to film it. We were just like, okay, so is this the best color, or this shade or that shade? It was just so much fun. And some of the colors, like, she wanted to do it as close as the blanket, the colors that was there. I didn't have it, but we compromised. She compromised, not we. And I said, okay, this is what I think. And I brought out 3 or 4 different yarns, and she picked. And she was, I think she liked it. I think she enjoyed it. So, yeah, I think what we do, we have the best time. We giggle so much in here. Anyways, hopefully by now, Meg has had her twins. I believe it's twins. I really do. Her last set were twins. This is before I had her. So hopefully, yeah. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to find a good home for them because I can't keep all these animals. Like, I just don't have room in my barn for all these goats. I am keeping Billy Bob. Billy Bob ain't going nowhere. That's going to be, he's going to be fixed, or whatever you call it in the goat thing. And he's going to be Annabelle's little companion forever. So I hope so. I just, my heart. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I get tongue tied. My heart is filled, which, speaking of that, I'm going back out there. I have a rocking chair out there. I'm just, listen. My husband just shakes his head at me and goes on with his day. I'm so lucky. Okay, guys. I gotta put some of these videos up. I've got to edit. Not that I'm doing much editing because, I do what I can. I have to play around with the volumes, of course, and but I'm glad I've got videos done for you guys. I haven't been the best at it lately. It's been a rough winter. Anyways, and I'm out in the barn most of the time, freezing. I have heats out there for the babies, so they're fine. I leave Simon in charge. He's in charge of the goats out there. And he's pretty happy. He doesn't even want to leave. And I get it. I don't know where he came from. I have no clue. He just shows up. He showed up here last winter, but I didn't get close to him. He had another orange cat with them. And they were this is before we kind of redid the barn so it would be stable. It's stable now. It's not going anywhere. And I never went in there. And he would go in there for shelter, which I have no problem with. He's a boy cat and he's not fixed. I don't know where he came from. I don't think he belongs to anybody. I know people dump around here their animals. So, yeah. Him and Grandpa don't like each other very much, but they'll get better. And Grandpa doesn't go out I don't like Grandpa out in this. No, not even a little bit. It is way too cold. It is, he get lost in that snow out there. And I got Simon a heated bowl so his water will never freeze, and he loves wet food, but it will freeze on him. So now I got a food side and a water side. He is tickled pink. He's happy. He still gets his hard food. He still gets his treats. He is spoiled rotten, and he's a lover. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna go see Billy Bob. Okay, guys. Now, if I'm sure she'll have them by now. This might be listen, I don't know when what order or anything. So, anyways. Okay, guys, I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend, because this will be next weekend. Bye, everyone.